Imagine a world untouched by human hands, a time when colossal creatures roamed the earth and the skies were ruled by magnificent predators. Today, we're journeying back millions of years, not to the age of dinosaurs, but to a slightly more recent, yet equally wild era. We're setting our sights on the sky to explore the life of one of nature's most majestic hunters and the fortress it called home, the eagle's nest. So, what did an eagle's world look like millions of years ago? Picture vast, sprawling landscapes. Depending on the continent, you might see immense grasslands swaying like a green ocean, dense primeval forests with trees towering hundreds of feet into the air, or rugged mountain ranges still being shaped by the forces of nature. This was the eagle's kingdom. From its vantage point high above, it witnessed a world teeming with life, unlike anything we know today. Now, let's talk about the eagle itself. While modern eagles are impressive, their ancient relatives were true titans of the sky. Take, for instance, Haasts, eagle from New Zealand, which went extinct only about 600 years ago. This bird was a monster, with a wingspan of up to 10 feet and talons the size of a tiger's claws. It was the apex predator of its ecosystem, powerful enough to hunt giant flightless birds, called moa, which could stand up to 12 feet tall and weigh over 500 pounds. Imagine the sheer power required for such a feat. An eagle's life, then as now, revolved around its nest, or eyrie. But building a nest for a bird of this size wasn't a simple task. It was a monumental feat of engineering. The location was critical. Eagles would choose the most inaccessible spots imaginable. The sheer face of a towering cliff, the highest branches of a colossal, ancient tree, or a precarious ledge on a mountain peak. This wasn't just for the view. It was a matter of survival. The nest had to be safe from ground-dwelling predators who might fancy an egg or a chick for dinner. The construction process was a collaborative effort between the male and female. Year after year, they would return to the same nest, adding to it and reinforcing it. They would fly miles to find the perfect materials. Thick, sturdy branches for the base structure, woven together with smaller sticks and twigs to create a solid platform. The final nest could be enormous, easily reaching 10 feet across and weighing over a ton. Think of it as a fortress in the sky, a testament to their strength and dedication. Inside this fortress, the nest was lined with softer materials like grasses, moss, and even their own feathers to create a comfortable cup for the eggs. This lining provided insulation, keeping the eggs warm during chilly nights and protecting them from the elements. The female would typically lay 1 to 3 eggs, and then the long vigil would begin. Both parents took turns incubating the eggs, a process that could last for over a month. One would sit on the nest, while the other would be out hunting or standing guard nearby, ever watchful for danger. And danger was everywhere. The world below was full of potential threats, depending on the region. This could mean massive predatory mammals, like saber-toothed cats or short-faced bears, who, while unable to climb to the nest, were a constant danger to any eagle on the ground. Other aerial predators, perhaps rival eagles or other large birds of prey, would also pose a threat, trying to steal eggs or even attack the chicks. The parents had to be vigilant 24/7. Once the chicks, or eaglets, hatched, the real work began. They were born tiny, covered in soft downy feathers, and completely helpless. Their appetites, however, were huge. The parents now had to become relentless hunting machines. From dawn till dusk, they would soar on thermal updrafts, their legendary eyesight scanning the ground below for any sign of movement. An eagle flying 1,000 feet up can spot a rabbit from over 2 miles away. It's like having a pair of super-powered binoculars built into your head. Their diet was diverse. Depending on their habitat, they would hunt large rodents, snakes, lizards, fish snatched from pristine rivers, and other birds. For a giant like Haast's eagle, the menu included much larger prey. When a target was spotted, the eagle would go into a breathtaking dive, a controlled plummet at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Just before impact, it would swing its powerful legs forward, sinking its razor-sharp talons into its prey. The sheer force and precision are astonishing. Back at the nest, the eaglets would greet their returning parent with frantic chirps. The food was torn into small, manageable pieces and carefully fed to the chicks. It was a constant cycle of hunting and feeding, day in and day out, to fuel their rapid growth. The nest, the skyhay nursery, would become a messy place, littered with bones and leftover scraps. But it was a safe haven where the next generation of aerial sovereigns was raised. As the weeks passed, the fluffy eaglets would transform. Their down would be replaced by juvenile feathers, and they would start to look more like their parents. They would spend their days exercising, flapping their wings to build up strength, and hopping around the edge of the nest, peering over the dizzying drop to the world below. This was a crucial learning phase. They'd watch their parents, mimicking their movements and calls, preparing for the most important day of their lives, their first flight. Fledging, or leaving the nest, is an act of pure instinct and courage. One day, after weeks of preparation, the young eagle would stand on the edge of the nest, catch a gust of wind, and take a leap of faith. The first flight might be clumsy, a wobbly glide to a nearby branch, but with each attempt, their confidence and skill would grow. Their parents would continue to feed and guide them for several more months, teaching them the vital skills of hunting and survival. They learned how to read the wind, how to spot prey, and how to defend themselves. This ancient eagle's nest wasn't just a home. It was the center of a dynamic, wild world. It was a symbol of power, endurance, and the incredible continuity of life. Looking up at that nest, you wouldn't just see a bird's home. You'd see a legacy, a dynasty built stick by stick, generation after generation, high above a world that was both beautiful and brutal. It's a powerful reminder of the incredible stories that have unfolded on our planet long before we were here to witness them. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. It is truly humbling to think about the lives that have played out in the skies above us. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the prehistoric world, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next adventure. We've got so much more of the past to explore together. See you in the next video.